Guys, welcome to Digital Investment. Oh, I didn't open my Grow account. I'll open it now. So, looks like it's a very bad year for Indian stock market. Indian stock market has been absolutely in a very bad shape this week. It crashed pretty bad this week, I think. Let it just load 1 second. It's been in a very downward spiral as of right now. There is no good no good macros coming up in the there is no good macros coming up into the market, and there is no such a stigma or stimulus which is like pushing the markets forward. And this is what is happening with Indian markets today, especially when we talk about Reliance crashed pretty hard this week. I want to start accumulating because we all know Reliance is a machine. It will not easily go down. It has a lot of diversification, lot of businesses around under its arm. So uh, this Reliance will not go down very easily. But the sell-off is pretty crazy. We all know why is happening. Why it is happening. But there's still an insane pressure from institution. There's still insane buybacks from institution. When retailers are selling, institutions are buying. That is what is happening with ITC as well, which I will talk in later. What I want to say, that news hasn't. This is what the actual news is, because why is US attacking? First of all, we all know that I exactly knew Reliance would crash this week. I already knew the bad phase for Reliance has started to come. You know, that is what I just wanted to tell this week. This week, like it looks like this week. That is what is the main topic. Reliance is 65% of its revenue comes from O to C. It looks like Reliance Indian markets are for deeper correction, at least until we see a good. Okay, I'm heavily in this also. I'll skip. With US tightening its grip over Venezuela and global oil dynamics are changing fast. Its cheaper and more flexible supply opens up for the US. Demand shift quick. If and yes, I mentioned this earlier. Didn't I mention this? Didn't I mention this? You know, with now with US getting access to Venezuelan oil, they can refine it at a cheaper price and sell it at US dollars, and with an insane sell it in US dollar with insane margin profitably. That is why we haven't seen why all the oil companies in US is in an insane rally for this week, because now US get access to cheap oil from Venezuela, and that they can refine it and sell it in US dollars. Now the main theme here is to attack Russia. Russia's oil now will no longer be dominant. They want to reduce the dominance of Russian oil. That is why main reason why US threatened US threatened India with a more tariff, because they don't want anymore to be buying oil from Russia. If they stop buying, they need to stop buying from Russia. So now they can get even a cheaper oil from Venezuela, and we can give it at a much lower price in what Russia is offering. That to in US dollars. So that is what I told you this would happen. I told you Reliance would crash, and that is what it happened. Russia's biggest supplier at Reliance is now insane pressure. They don't know whether they have to continue with this Lukoil Rosneft, or they have to search for some another deal. That is why Reliance is at immense pressure. But there is still good interest from institution institution as well. Institution as well. They have to play with Russia's tariff, or they have to go to get oil from Venezuela, which while dealing with US, and then they can get oil at a cheaper price from Venezuela and sell it in India. That is what Reliance is trying to do here. Why Trump's main narrative is to attack Russian oil. They want to be opportunist here. US is trying to be opportunist. Like I mentioned it previous video, but no one listened to me. Anyone who bought puts while I said hope you are enjoying the profits right now. And that is another thing I wanted to discuss is I trimmed down my position. I have actually trimmed down my position with ITC. There is no the like the same news. There is no much big news coming up. ITC has been a heavy drill down this week. There's no such good news coming up. ITC, but guess what happening? We look at it yearly. We all know even before yearly time frame we look. ITC still has been an insane crash. But what about its quarterly, year to year quarterly? It's going at even precedented phase. Year to year, very bad reaction from ITC. But what about year to year revenue? Look at the year to year revenue. Profits, what a profit. 20,000 crore profit. This is pretty significant. That is what attracts me. His return on equity is also very good. It cash flows so much. Now I think they are also venturing into food packaging. I would considering buying more ITC here, but I'm being extremely cautious here because I don't want to risk. I don't want to start adding any more money, because it is still very volatile. The dip can go even more deeper. But guess what? Institutions are buying ITC now. Now they are seeing ITC at a pretty good deal. They have started to rack up ITC share, and that is what fascinates me a bit because they are using the same analysis as me. So I'm very happy that now ITC uptrend will start happening now. So I think I may considering buying more ITC shares, but I have to see how market will react in future. So yeah, that's it from me today. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye. Oh yeah, I forgot for no. That's no, I'm not closing the video yet. I also thought to share about this one. Read this what I'm mentioning. Just like I said, a sell-off is like a classic overreaction. Higher custom doesn't really hurt ITC. Either the government benefits via taxes or ITC passes its true purchasing power. This reminds me of UNH when it was massive public under massive public backlash due to legal issues around its CEO. While retailers packed it, institutions kept buying. Eventually, even Warren Buffett stepped in with a massive position. I'm seeing a similar institutional accumulation vibe with ITC right now. Fundamentals haven't changed. Cash flows are still intact and the business still prints money. Market may stay weak for a while, but that is how okay, so that is what I'm telling you. This is a UNHSSA, it's a US based insurance company. Over the past year, it has been seeing a very big crash. But guess what? Its revenue was rising up like unprecedented pace. Profits were rising. This and all like legal battles, custom duties are all short-lived. They're just overreaction. And this is when you should be investing more right now. So I'm actually building up my position slowly in ITC. I'm building up my position slowly in ITC. Eventually, when I get a now my next area of interest for ITC uh, uh, was I'll open it in a one week time frame. would be around here 420. I would be buying more 420, or here as well will be my more area of interest. Like when it starts to go up here, starts breakout and then crash. So I'll be more buying more here. Eventually some good news comes in. ITC performs good in this Q3. Market start going in a bull run again. But ITC, I'm telling you, don't trust the narrative. This is just narrative. This is just overreaction. ITC is a machine. It has a very good diversified business portfolio. It will only do good. It will only do good in long term. Trust me, because you know the scenario. And stock price is in crashing pretty badly over the past 1 year. Over the past 1 year, what even its revenue is very good for the past 1 year. This is unheard of, and still nobody is buying because all you guys are going behind this. Because all you guys are going behind this Cupid, Cupid, Cupid. I don't know what it does to get this good valuation. Cupid, what else? All Electric is now started to face. I'm not sure what it does to even get a good hype. All Electric. What else I should mention? Devyani. People call this a dumb investment, but call this a good investment. But now I'm starting to hear ITC is not a good investment. I'm like, I think the better financial advisors than Warren Buffett or anyone. So please follow their advice, because I'm not sure what to do here. If you call Cupid a great investment and ITC a dumb investment, I see a very bad stage for Indian stock market. That's it from me today. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.